Hello, damsel in distress here. Can any of you mothers relate with me? I'm hoping. Today, I want to talk to you a little bit about when negative things cloud our minds. Tommy Nicole here with Tommy Nicole. I just this week in the past month, I feel like I've had a lot of things on my plate that I shouldn't be worrying about, that I should just be handing over to God and letting God control those because they're really out of my control. But what happens is I let them just sit in my mind and clutter my mind, and my mind just keeps replaying them over and over and over. And therefore, I forget to do those important things. I forget those things that I need to stay on top of. I forget those things that I should be worrying about. I should be focusing on. For one, maybe it's just being fully engaged with KJ every day that he's here with me. Or maybe it's giving my husband that extra love that he needs, or uplifting a friend that may need it more than I do. That's when I realize that the negative things are taking over. So I'm here to tell you that it's possible to overcome them, and it's possible to just kind of maybe write them out and let God have it, because ultimately not everything is in our control like us women would like for it to be. So for me, I just want to share with you a few tips that I use that actually right now I'm going to put back into action because I've let them slip through the cracks and quit doing them. But every morning I get up, I do a quiet time. I spend some time with God. I read through scripture and I do different things. And then I sit down and I write things that I'm grateful for, at least 5 to 10, just depending on my morning. And then from there, I need to add this back in, and it's writing out those things that are sitting in my head that are bothering me. Whether it's, I work from home, so I'm just going to be completely transparent with you. Whether it's I'm going to hit my goals and my quotas for this week or this month, and if I don't, what's going to happen? I let that consume me, and ultimately, if I'm not doing the work on the back end, yeah, it's in my control, but if I am doing the work, it's not in my control. I just have to give it to God and let God handle it. And then another example is if I feel like I'm being pulled in too many directions. People wanting my attention, or family wanting my attention, or wanting me to do this and wanting me to do that. And if I don't do it with this one, is this one going to be upset with me? And so I really just have to sit down and write out again, what are my priorities? Which it's my husband and my child. And does these things align with my priorities? Because if they don't, it's just going to cause more stress for me and cause more turmoil, and where my mind is again just replaying this stuff and I'm not focusing on where it needs to be. And do you ever just find yourself sitting, like you're maybe playing in the floor with your kids, and then all of a sudden you find yourself just in this gaze, and you're not even your children are oblivious. For example, this happened to me. I think I actually shared the picture on social media, but I was sitting in the living room floor playing with KJ one day, and we were playing, having fun, and then all of a sudden I just went into this daze and kind of went oblivious, and next thing I know, there is toilet paper from my bathroom to my living room shredded, and that was it had to be less than 2 minutes. So that just shows you how that negative stuff, or those things that we can't control, cloud our mind. A third thing I do is I just really keep in front of me my things that I'm grateful for. Whether it's just waking up that day, whether it's being able to be home with KJ 5 days a week, and now that he's going to MDO, I get 2 days of short spurts of time for me to really focus on my business and myself and to move myself forward. So I really wanted to give this to you guys because I know as women and as moms, whether you're a working mom, working out of the home mom, whether you're working in the home mom, or whether you're just a homemaker and your children are your full priority, it doesn't matter. This is for everybody, because I know as women, we battle this, whether it's even just the simple fact of what we're going to cook for dinner that night. Sometimes that can worry me just because I'm not a cooker, and so I let those kind of things stress me out and eat me alive, and I let it consume me, and it takes my joy. And so I just wanted to share this with you guys, because as moms and as wives and as women and just for ourselves, we need to be happy and be joyful. And I just want to close with coming in October, you know, it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and I'm really working on a project for us moms. For example, as you notice, I have some lipstick on today, which is, makeup is not my go-to. So I'm learning how to be a feminine mom, not just a tomboy mom, but be a feminine mom. And so I'm working on a project for us moms where I can, if you struggle with makeup, if you struggle with style, if you struggle with nutrition, if you struggle with health, if you struggle with organizing, if you struggle with paying bills on time, anything that us as moms struggle with, I'm creating a project. It's going to be completely free. Where we address all those things, and we as moms get to tackle those things in a place where we can feel confident and no judgments, because we're all going through something. So stay tuned for that. It'll be coming 1st of October, and it's going to last throughout the month of October. There'll be different things each week. So thank you guys. I hope that this helped you a little bit with those negative thoughts, and I'll talk to you guys soon.